Right now on KGW, it is the first day of school for thousands of kids around the area. The biggest challenges facing students, from the new ban on cell phones to the effort of simply getting kids to show up.
We really want kids at school. That's one of the simplest and best ways to help your child.
Plus, local leaders and concerned voters make their voices heard as lawmakers get ready to tackle Oregon's major transportation funding issue yet again.
ODOT doesn't need another consultant report. It needs accountability, discipline, and maybe a calculator that works.
And later, it's a love story for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, and she said yes. More from the surprise announcement that has Swifties so excited ahead on the news at noon. A big day for thousands of students across Oregon and Southwest Washington. It is the first day of school for many districts, including the region's largest Portland Public Schools. Thank you for joining us. I'm at China Green. Now, we were at Chapman Elementary all morning as students arrived on the bus or with their parents. Portland Public Schools dealing with decline enrollment, and many students have struggled to recover since the pandemic, so there's that. But this morning we spoke with Chief of Schools Isaac Cardona and Superintendent Dr. Kimberly Armstrong. They say it's important to start the school year on the right foot.
My biggest hope this year is that we really tackle some of our enrollment issues head on.
I think every year is an important year. This year we really want to make sure we're focusing on attendance with our students. Post-pandemic, we saw a big drop there, and so we know that kids learn best when they're at school every day.
Police Chief Bob Day also there this morning with Dr. Armstrong handing out pencils to the kiddos. And today is also back to school in Beaverton. Thomas Schultz caught up with kids and parents at Bethany Elementary.
All across our area, kids are lining up for the first day of school, and we're here at Bethany Elementary where they're just getting ready to walk in those classrooms for the first time, kicking off the school year.
Juan, Diego, good to see you.
For the first time in months,
Nice to meet you.
Teachers reconnected with students, and kids met up with old friends as thousands of students in Portland and Beaverton came back to class.
I was kind of not ready, and now I'm ready.
What made you ready?
Like when I got my new haircut and my new backpack.
Ezekiel is a second grader at Bethany Elementary School in Beaverton. Like many, he's all smiles for the first day of school.
I'm super excited for just my class.
I'm feeling happy today.
We're so excited. Our daughter is pumped. She loves school. She has so many great friends.
Teachers and administrators are ready too, after spending weeks preparing for opening day.
So much goes into setting up a classroom.
All of the restless nights and making sure that everything is in order for our students to have a great day is definitely a stressor, but well worth it once that bell rings.
And this year, there's big plans across local school districts to curb chronic absenteeism and for teachers like Melissa Decker to improve reading scores.
First grade is a huge reading year. We want them to leave being able to read.
After months of waiting, all that work and excitement is just getting underway. Thomas Schultz, KGW News.
All right, it is time to head over to Rod Hill for a look at weather. Something we were talking about today, sticky. Is that still the case?
I haven't been outside because I didn't want to go.
Fair.
So, yes, all the numbers suggest it is humid outside or sticky. Here's a look at radar at noon. And so far, we've seen some rain out east, but not a lot. There's some rain picking up in Madras. If this holds together, we'll actually move across the Flatfire. More on that coming up in my longer forecast. But it's this area south of Portland. There's Salem, where it's been showery weather throughout much of the morning. You can see rain has moved through. There was some lightning strikes earlier just north of McMinnville. A lightning cluster this morning down around Philomath outside of Corvallis. And you see this rain is actually in Tillamook County moving off to shore. Now this is what's interesting. Here's the visible satellite picture. You can see all of the clouds and that rainy area that we just saw on radar. But look at what's up along the Columbia River and coming into Portland. A big bowl of clear skies, or at least partly sunny skies. And it's that sun that's warming up temperatures. So at noon, Portland at 78 degrees. Now, if we continue to have sun for another handful of hours, we probably will get up to 90 degrees for a high. It is humid out. Relative humidity factors this afternoon will be running at about 40, maybe even 42%. That's very humid by our standards. Still 85 at 8 o'clock. Now, some of that rain, China, I showed you is looking like it could actually start turning northward toward Mount Hood. So there is at least a chance of showers going into this evening here in the Portland area. More on that coming up.
Thank you, Ron. And as students return to class today, some will encounter new rules on cell phone use. Governor Tina Kotek issued an executive order forcing districts to implement a cell phone ban by January 1st. At Portland Public Schools, the district began enforcing an off and away policy last spring. So district leaders say that they are already seeing positive results here. At Harriet Tubman Middle School, for example, students were required to keep their phones in pouches throughout the day last school year. And new data shows that the school saw gains in both math and reading.
We're seeing an increase in teaching time in every class. And in addition, it's impacting our academics. Students are more engaged in participating in classroom discussions.
That school board member pointed out that Harriet Tubman Middle School saw a big drop in student absences after putting the new cell phone policy in place. The start of the school year also comes with a reminder from local law enforcement for drivers to slow down. Woodburn Police will have extra traffic safety enforcement around school zones through next Friday, focusing not only on people going too fast, but also drivers not wearing their seatbelt or using their cell phone.
We have a lot more kids on the streets, a lot more kids on the sidewalks, kids that may not be familiar with crossing the streets or and the safety measures necessary for that.
In Woodburn, like in Portland, the school zone speed limit is 20 miles an hour. That applies from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. on school days. Meantime, a group of workers in Vancouver's Evergreen School District, including paraeducators, bus drivers, and other support staff, hit the picket line this morning and are set to rally again later today outside one of the district's high schools. The workers voted to strike last week after failing to agree on a new contract with the district, and the district responded by pushing the start of the school year back to next Tuesday, giving them another week to negotiate. State lawmakers are gathering for a special session later this week to tackle Oregon's ongoing transportation funding problem that they failed to solve during this year's regular session. Yesterday, local leaders and concerned Oregonians actually traveled to Salem to weigh in on the proposals now on the table. Emma McCarty has the latest.
Dozens of people made the trip to Salem Monday afternoon for the public hearing, with even more signing up to testify virtually just days ahead of the special session.
Fundamentally, not approving this bill jeopardizes more than just ODOT. It jeopardizes those people that are taking care of the roads in your home communities.
Before lawmakers take another shot at passing the transportation funding package, Oregonians weighed in.
We have no doubt you'll figure this out so we can, preserve not just our roads, but the jobs of those who preserve them.
Several in person arguing in favor of Governor Kotek's proposal to avoid layoffs and cuts to service and bring in around $5.8 billion over 10 years to fund road maintenance and transit agencies. Supporters acknowledging, too, that this package is a short-term fix.
It's a Band-Aid for now, but again, don't let good be the enemy of perfect. Let's put the Band-Aid on, and then we can move forward, find different programs, different systems to provide the long-term solutions that we need.
The governor sharing with KGW this message.
What I can say to every Oregonian, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent, what we're going to do is make sure that your roads, your bridges are safe and maintained no matter what time of the year it is, and that's why that package has to pass.
Many, however, wrote in against it, with a few voicing that opposition to the committee.
ODOT doesn't need another consultant report. It needs accountability, discipline, and maybe a calculator that works.
Frustrated with proposed increases, like the gas tax by 6 cents, registration fees by $42, and title fees by $139.
We work really hard. I pay my taxes. I have to budget myself. I believe that the government needs to budget themselves.
House Republican leader Christine Drazen says raising taxes isn't the answer to this crisis.
And we have to acknowledge that. We can't, as policymakers, walk around and say, listen, state government is all that matters. And these folks, y'all just need to take it. It's not fair to them. It's not the only way to solve this problem.
I'm told this special legislative session will last about 6 days, beginning on Friday. In Salem, Alma McCarty, KGW News.